Bansou Sentai, Kizunager Generations, The Red Ranger, and the Justice League. The story starts in Washington, D.C., where the Bansou Sentai Kizunagers Togo, Nagale, Emily, Shuji, Tsukasa, Tenri, Kiyohiro, Loji, Renaya, Azir, Teltina, and Yidra are celebrating Independence Day week as well as America's 250th birthday. While the reason they've been invited to this state via the Falling Kid because the USA's president dedicates them as honorable representative superheroes of bringing truth, justice, and peace to the earth and all of mankind since the start of Zetsuender's goal of stealing all living beings' bond energy, prompting the creation of the Kizuna 5 back in Japan, later as the Kizunagers when the Bansouenders debut from the future with their mission of preventing and later creating the New World Daybreak. This makes the 12 Rangers express their gratitudes to everyone in America for their support to the Adhesive Squadron for saving their country from those who bring injustice and harm. The Bond Rangers are enjoying the state's festivities filled with happiness, laughter, music, and thankfulness, but are then interrupted when a new kind of Bonki monster appears to cause destruction on the USA 250th celebration. While getting everyone to safety while dealing with the summoning Angachons, the Kizunagers get attacked by 3 monsters who the Kizuna 5 recognize them as Manstrangement, Obsesstruction, and Defectator, who reveal that they have been revived thanks to someone with dark bond energy that created this Bonki known as Zetsuen Bonki, based on the secret society Zetsuenders as his looks resemble to the Breakup King, who resumes the evil force's goal of stealing bond energy, even mocking that the Bonki's glad he didn't revive Professor Betrayus due to many failed attempts as a useless being. The 12 Rangers are shocked by this as they, after talking back about Betrayus as Pythagoras' good friend and later survived as Patchwork, will not allow Zetsuen Bonki to ruin USA's anniversary celebration filled with happy bonds as they transform into Kizuna Red, Blue, Yellow, Green, Pink, Silver, White, Night, Gold, Orange, Rise, and Magus to battle against the Grunts and the 3 generals while Kizuna Red deals with Zetsuen Bonki. Togo powers up into his burning blood form to gain the upper hand against Zetsuen Bonki, but the Zetsuender-themed monster is 100 times stronger than the Red Ranger and his friends, including the evil group that is different back then, resulting in the Bonki defeating Togo, who still transformed and stands up to protect the country's birthday that its inhabitants are looking forward to it as he charges at the monster, who pulls out a mysterious device to send the Red Ranger out of the New World, much to the team's horror, with the monster revealing that the Red Ranger will never get out of the prison-like world that the monster's creator have been held captive for too long. Kizuna Red finds himself in a mysterious dimension, wondering where he is and trying to find a way out when suddenly a flying red-caped superhero in blue with an S symbol on his chest appears to free Kizuna Red from the Phantom Zone. After the rescue, the Man of Steel takes Togo to the Fortress of Solitude via the portal of the Phantom Zone, as the man introduces himself as Superman, who heard a voice for help within that prison dimension, greeting with the Red Ranger, who explains to the Man of Steel about how he appeared in that world, making Superman to reveal that his enemy General Zod broke free from his imprisonment in the Phantom Zone and stole the Phantom Zone projector that was kept protective in the Fortress of Solitude. While confronting him, Zod was filled with dark clouded energy of vengeance and domination that created a monster which Zod give it the PZ projector to trap various heroes from their own universes, with one of the Legion of Doom's members sending that monster to that universe Kizuna Red was from, making the Red Ranger found out about all of this that Zod used the shattered dark bond energy from the Bonded King to create Zetsuen Bonki and sent Togo to the Phantom Zone as a way of segregated from the Kizunagers who are facing that monster. After Kizuna Red and Superman agree to save their worlds and USA's 250th birthday, the latter takes Togo to the Hall of Justice in Washington, D.C., where the superheroes known as the Justice League of America that Superman's part of, Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Guy Gardner, The Flash, Cyborg, Hawkgirl, and Batman, who Togo mistakes as the other Batman he encountered from a steampunk-themed Japan, are battling against the Legion of Doom led by Lex Luthor along with Cheetah, Sinestro, who teleported Zetsuen Bonki via his yellow ring, Captain Cold, Grid, Giganta, and the Joker. By using the Legend Bond plates he received from Aka Red X, Kizuna Red uses the Takuger plate to give Superman Tokyu Nigo's home trigger and hyper mode armor to paralyze, blind and take down Lex from using kryptonite to make the Man of Steel weak, Dawn Brothers plate to give Batman Inu Brothers shuriken to trip him down, and later the Dawn Blaster to give the Joker a party he deserves by performing the Frenzied Dog Blast Party, King Oger played to give Wonder Woman the Oger caliber to activate God Kamakiri's raptorial legs on both that sword and her Sword of Athena to capture and defeat Cheetah from the latter's prey on her. Gozuger ring to give Green Lantern Gozaiweagle's Eagle Shooter go to perform the Eagle Arrow shoot to strike down Sinestro after using distractions against the Yellow Lantern to get his power ring low on energy. Go Buster's plate to allow the Flash using Red Buster's volcanic attack to take out Captain Cold. Go Cyger plate to give Cyborg Gosei Knight's Leon Cellular and cards to transform into Groundian and later perform the Night Dynamic to shut down Grid. And Jetman plate to give Hawkgirl activating White Swan's Swan Wing to generate Violet-Pink Whirlwinds to put down Giganta. As a result, covered in injuries, the Legion of Doom escapes to fight the Super Friends another day, but not before telling them that Zod has entered the Bond Rangers world thanks to Sinestro before the Red Ranger and Superman arrived. The Justice League thank Togo for helping them as they, who got information from Superman, will return the favor by helping the Red Ranger save his friends and stop General Zod and Zetsuin Banki from ruining USA's 250th birthday on Independence Day in his own world for the sake of freedom. Expressing his gratitude to the Leaguers, Togo uses the Zenkaiger Legend Bond plate to access that Sentai universe's power to enter through parallel worlds, such as returning to the new world where the 11 de-transformed Kizunagers get defeated by the Banki, the 3 Zetsuender generals, and Zod along with Solomon Grundy, Killer Frost, and Enchantress he recruited on his quest, as he proclaims to dominate all worlds to submit their loyalties to him and banishing the heroes from existence. The Justice League and Kizunagers will not let that happen, as that will not be freedom for everyone, and that those innocents need freedom from cruel hearts, symbolizing America's dream of fighting injustice, to right that which is wrong, and to serve all mankind, promoting the 11 Kizunagers to get back up and with Togo transform, perform their roll call with the Justice League, and attack the enemies. Kizuna Orange and Magus with Flash against Enchantress turning her back into June Moon. Kizuna Silver and White with Cyborg against Defectator. Kizuna Yellow and Pink with Hawkgirl against Obsestruction. Kizuna Green with Green Lantern against Solomon Grundy. Kizuna Gold and Rise with Wonder Woman against Killer Frost. Kizuna Blue and Night with Batman against Manstrangement. And Kizuna Red with Superman against Zod and Zetsuin Banki, however get defeated by the 2 villains. Luckily, Kizuna Red warns Zod that he cannot dominate the bonds on this planet, as those connections people made are also part of the freedom quality, and that it's a superhero's job to protect those independent bonds from being corrupted by selfishness. Those speeches from him and Superman creates an all-new bond plate with a symbol of JL called the Justice League Bond Plate, allowing Togo using it to give the Kizunagers the powers of various members of the Justice League to go up against Zod and Banki, weakening them, as Kizuna Red brings out the universe to caliber to insert the Justice League Bond Plate, with the fellow Leaguers' souls inside, along with the Victory and Maximum Bond Plates, 11 Kizunagers inside too, with Superman's help to punch Zod and Banki in the air, perform the Victory Maximum Kizuna Justice League Slasher, defeating the corrupted Kryptonian and destroying Zetsuin Banki for good. However, Zod isn't going back to the Phantom Zone until he gets his vengeance on Superman, as he gathers the Dark Bond energy from Zetsuin Banki to become that monster but becoming giant to wreak havoc on Washington, D.C., prompting the Kizunagers to summon their Kizuna beasts to form the Victory Maximum Kizuna Kaiser and Yin Yang Kizuna Kaiser, with the Justice League inside trying to take down the Mad Power Banki but were defeated by his superior strength as a Kryptonian borrowing the Zetsuender's powers. However, not giving up is a way for justice that the heroes serve as a good league. Kizuna Red uses the Justice League Bond Plate again to access the powers and gadgets of the 7 main Justice Leaguers to weaken him before finishing it off with the hopeful Kizuna Bond Sword for both Robos to perform the Independence League Slash to defeat Zetsuin Banki for good, reverting back to normal size as Zod. After taking back the Phantom Zone projector and Batman using a kryptonite-made handcuffs so that Zod will be weak and not break free forever, Superman uses the projector to send General Zod back to the Phantom Zone. The Kizunagers thank the Justice League for all of the help they accomplish, with Superman thanking Togo for saving him and the Super Friends protecting the Hall of Justice, as that Basie's heroes themselves are also honorable representatives of bringing truth, justice, and peace to their Earth and all of mankind to celebrate America's 250th birthday. After a happy conversation, the Justice League head back to their own world with the innocent June and the 2 arrested villains via the Zenkaiger Plate, with the 2 teams doing their best to protect everything the United States and every country holds dear as independent, as the Kizunagers get a lot of cheers and thanks from everyone and the president for saving the anniversary festival, resuming its celebration of happiness and thankfulness for the quality of freedom that both the land of the free and the home of the brave holds. On July 3rd, Friday, while continuing the celebration before July 4th that hits the big event, the Kizunagers along with the president and George Spielberg are at the Open Park of Washington to watch the full screening of New World War, featuring Shuji as the main star to inspire people of never losing hope and always achieving independence. Before the film starts, the THX sequence is shown but the logo breaks down, which results in a humanoid-like of Tex using a megaphone to, after saying, "Oh George," calls out a kaiju named Enkaku to fix it despite the latter getting annoyed for this kind of helping, fixing the logo to resume just like Tex's debut in a THX logo sequence 30 years ago, with Togo, who is terrified upon the THX logo, amazed upon a new red hero but possessing a red battery similar to the Amorgears Gavan Infinity has, wondering if this kaiju trainer's becoming a successor to that space sheriff by using said battery gimmicks, while also wondering on how the masked hero Batman he and the Kizuna 5 met back then is doing in his own world. This results in that Batman, Yuki Kurai, dropping his ascot by accident while getting ready for work, which leads to his maid Shoko to pick it up and ask him what's wrong, with Yuki replying to be nothing but has a strange feeling about meeting with a 5-color warrior team again, but this time to be 3 colorful teams just like the Bond Rangers, but shooks that off after being called by his crush and First Lady Yoru Nekoishi that they're going to be late for Kurai Zaibatsu's important day at the city, prompting Yuki to put on the ascot and his uniform to travel to the city with Yoru.